Evening tubers, KingGrimlock back for another Grimgram, and first off, as ever, a little bit of housekeeping. This will be a continuation of my... Well, actually, these are going to be a rundown to auto assembly, I guess. I suppose there's almost enough, like, a video a day or something, so I'm going to have to try and get that in there as well. So this is now my countdown to AA subscribers... my countdown to AA viewers request session. Yeah, that's I'm never going to get that right in a million years. So yeah, this is a review for the Farrell Brothers #1 of Cybertron Primus. He's a big boy, isn't he? I get the feeling I might have to do another quality perspective shift to get him on there. Yeah, I mean, he's massive. He's the biggest football and heaviest football you're ever going to own. He's a big old boy, it must be said. I do like him, though. Amazingly detailed structure. I mean, this is a supreme class figure. So this will be the biggest figure I've ever reviewed on camera. There's Kaon. He's fairly faithful representation of the Primus in the Cybertron show. With all these bristling cannons and spikes and stuff coming out, he's not Cybertron that we know and love, because he is supposed to be a representation of Cybertron. If you didn't know, he's not the Cybertron we know and love. There are elements of him there. Another voice chip area, which I don't know if it even works or not. To be honest with you, never bothered to try. There is a lot of sculpted detail. These cities are fantastically done. The towers look lovely. Now you can pick out all the spires. There is an icon somewhere, but I'm going to be balls if I can find it, because icon's supposed to be on the North Pole, but there we go. So it should be the opposite of that. I mean, that kind of should be icon there, but yeah. There's not much to say about him in this mode, really, other than, I mean, he's a weighty beast. He's not as big as Unicron by any stretch of the imagination. He's substantially smaller than Unicron. He does have a third mode where he sort of powers up, but it's basically a half-assed transformation. You know, you get the transformation to a certain point. Oh, that's the third mode. No, is that icon? Anyway, no, it's not. It's a terrible mode. It basically is just him split in half. With guns bristling, and you don't really need to see that, and I'm not going to show it to you because I'm going to struggle as it is to get this guy on camera, and I'm not going to dick around with a pointless mode that was only put in for... Yeah, I'm going to stop ranting a little bit now. Yeah, I mean, I hope that's given you a good overview of actually what it is. The sculpted detail on the surface is all very nice. Paint apps have picked stuff out. They do feel somewhat lazy at times, especially these cities up in the top where they've obviously sprayed areas silver and then painted yellow over the top of it. It does look very poor. The yellow looks terrible, to be perfectly honest with you. I do like these Minicon towers. There could have maybe been a little more subtle with them. And the fact that basically everything is covered over with detail. You know, the sound chip area is moulded detail in, so it looks like a city area, and there is just detail everywhere on him. They've done a really good job of putting the effort into actually getting all these details down. What they haven't done a very good job of is hiding two sets of bloody great cannons. You think someone on Cybertron would have noticed that before the thing transformed into Primus. You might think. And actually, that's one thing I do like, is the fact they've made him a sphere and actually put legs on him. And they put these little stands on him. They are removable if you have a screwdriver. I wouldn't recommend it though, because he does make a decent display piece just as such. He does come with the Omega Lock for anybody who has watched the Cybertron or Galaxy Force series, and you plug in Force chips, Cyberplanet keys, and it powers up. I'm not going to bother plugging in all four because you don't actually need to do it, but what I'm going to do is show you. It goes in the top there, and yeah, you ready to be blinded? And it's that unlocks the transformation process. So let's have a little bit of magic. Yeah, I'll get this into a robot for you, shall I? And after another wonderful perspective change, there we have Primus in his robot mode. And I know I can't get the full damn thing on screen. He's enormous. I mean, we're talking like a 1.5 foot tall transformer. I could lay him down and just about get him in, maybe. He might even be 2 foot. He's enormous. The guy is massive. I'm going to do some very shoddy shit filming. Oh, look, there's my wall. you know, just to give you an idea of just how big this guy is, he is phenomenal. He looks great as well. The moulded detail all the way around, all these areas, these are all hidden inside during the when he's in Cybertron mode. All of this detail is all moulded in, and he's just beautifully, intricately done. All of the bits around the edge as well, all of these areas pop out and slide out. We've got these claw hands. I don't know why he'd have them. He's a planet-sized robot. I don't know why he's got them, to be perfectly honest. But it's a nice little play feature. But they've also got Minicon ports on. I mean, no offense, and like the Minicon towers as well. The more I've thought about that, Minicon towers, Minicons. How big would these Minicons be? They would be enormous. We're talking like, this is a planet. This is what all of the Transformers run around on. He transforms into a robot this big. In Cybertron, when they're fighting on an area like that. And there's about 30 of them having a scrap. How big are these damn Minicons? I can't really review it very well, I'm afraid, guys, because he's just so massive. But you did request him, Farrell Brothers. And I wanted to do the best I possibly could. Colour scheme is superb. It's the antithesis of antithesis. No, wrong word. It's the opposite of the Unicron colour scheme. Really, it's the bright blues and the golds and the silvers and the really alive colours. It really burns out at you. It's nicely laden with weaponry as well. As far as a Transformer goes, it's actually a better transforming figure than Unicron is. Detail and size-wise, I actually prefer the big Unicron. I really do. I think he actually looks nicer. He's bigger as well, significantly. I'm never reviewing him until I get a proper camera. Let's turn him round. Here we have your problems, though. You do basically just have 4 parts of a planet strapped to his ass. It's not pretty, to be honest. I'm going to have to hold him up as well, because I've just moved him. He also has this massive flap, which doesn't really go anywhere. I think Ray described it as a nappy. I think that's probably the best description. But, I mean, detailing. You want detailing. There's actually detailing on the inside. I'm probably not picking it out very well. On the inside of every panel. Everything is sculpted. Someone obviously spent a lot of time and energy and a lot of love was put into making this guy look as spectacular as possible for the fan. I mean, it's highly accurate. My camera's gone skew-whiffy. I wish I could do a better review of this, I really do, but unfortunately, guys, that is going to be the best I can do of him for the moment. I will revisit when I have the technical capabilities and when he doesn't fill the entire damn screen.